Remember on Thursday when I said wouldn't matter who Patrick Mahomes' receivers were? Well, that was wrong. Shout out to you guys who were on that Detroit money line. Nice win there. You were spot on. Apparently, it does matter who his receivers are because Kadarius Toney single-handedly lost that game. Now, no excuses here. We take our lumps, right? We keep moving. But my God. I mean, look, had it not been for a ball straight in his hands turning into a pick six, we could be having an entirely different conversation here. That over was never going to hit, but some of the worst wide receiver play I have seen in my entire life. Get Travis Kelce back into the mix immediately, but that's okay. It's in the rear view. When it comes to betting, when it comes to all this, we got to have amnesia sometimes. Throw that stuff in the rear view, forget about it, drive away, and move on to the next one. And today, we got an awesome game to close out the week. Buffalo Bills on the road against the Jets in East Rutherford. Aaron Rodgers' debut at home in front of the Jets faithful. This is going to be a good one. So hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Let me know your favorite picks. You agree, disagree? Let's dive into it. And, of course, follow me on Twitter at Loughy_D. Always around to shoot the shit. LOUGHY_D. Let's get into it. All right, so we already know this should be a good game, right? Like schedule makers, good job. We don't have the Denver Broncos on primetime football, at least for today. And for that, I'm thankful. Now let's just hope that Aaron Rodgers doesn't turn into a pumpkin like Russell Wilson did when he changed teams. But I don't envision that being the case. You know, this is one of those games where you've got a 45.5 total. The Jets are +2 on the spread and +112 on the money line. Last year, Josh Allen faced the Jets twice. Mind you, they were dealing with some garbage quarterback play. Didn't matter who you threw out there. It was ugly. He threw for 147 because this, by the way, the defense last year for the Jets was still very, very good. We'll get into that. So I don't want to disparage the defense or downplay how well they played. That team might not have won a game had it not been for the way that that defense functioned. But Josh Allen, obvious 2 meetings, divisional rivalry with the New York Jets last year, threw for 147 and 205 yards in those 2 games. And the scores of those games, 20-17 Jets in week 9. In week 14, it was 20-12 Bills. So 37 and 32 total points. 2 very low-scoring defensive battles. Now, obviously, having Aaron Rodgers instead of like Zach Wilson or Mike White or an ancient Joe Flacco, yes, it makes a difference. Far more competent offense now, or at least it should be. Breece Hall went down in week 7 last year. But now you've got Dalvin Cook in the mix. Hall should be active, but we don't know in what capacity. Word is that he could be limited. And you have Garrett Wilson, too, leading the way at receiver. I really think that guy's going to be great. And, yes, we don't have to talk much about the embarrassment of riches on this Buffalo offense either. Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, they just drafted an early tight end. They've got weapons, no question. But at the same time, both of these defenses are very good. In 2022, the Jets allowed the 4th fewest points and yards in the league. The Bills were 2nd and 6th, respectively, in those categories. No one was better than the Jets in coverage, by the way. They were also stout in run defense. Bills were top 10 in coverage as well. So just looking at this game, could you see 2 good offenses take over? Of course you could. If you like the over 45.5 here, nobody's going to blame you, or you just stay away from it. Look, I have to do it. I'm doing a video every Thursday and Monday. I'll tell you when I love spots and when I don't. Every primetime game, there's no way that we're going to like everything. You don't want to make the mistake of just throwing bets out there. But that's also why you just make sure that you're on every sports book as possible. Make sure that you're getting all the free money as possible. So when you do lose bets, or on a night where you don't like many bets, you can sit back, relax, and look at your bankroll and go, oh, I got that without having to do anything. And Caesars right now, you bet 50, so you do have to bet. But whether you win or lose, they're giving you $250 in bonus bets. It's 50. They're handing them out in $50 bonus bets as well. Now, you got to be 21 years or older to gamble. And if you have a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. But think of this. Someone walks up to you on the street, goes, hey, pal, now this would be an odd exchange because you've never met this person and you look at them odd. You go, hey, you give me $50 and I'll give you $250 right now. Snap decision. In no other place in the world, someone offers you $250 for $50. Are you going to say no? It's the same thing with these sports books. And we already know that DraftKings and FanDuel have a they are dominating the online space when it comes to betting. Books like Caesars are trying to get you in the door. That's why they're doing this. That's why they're giving out a lot of bonus bets when you sign up. That's why they're giving out big odds boosts and all of that stuff. You bet 50, you get 250. Whether you win or lose doesn't matter. You're getting 250 back in bonus bets. Take advantage of it. Make sure on as many books as possible. Shop the lines, get the best odds, and pick up all the free money you can with these sign-up bonuses. This one specifically with Caesars. I threw the link in the description and in the pinned comment. Get some free money before we head into week 2. But I'm looking at the under here, 45.5. Okay. I think it's just one of those games where, and by the way, for what it's worth, we did this video on Wednesday when I go through every game. Check that out if you haven't. I was on under 46.5. So that was a much better number. Hopefully you got in there. I'm still not looking towards the under or the over. You could see like a 24-21 game play out here. It's a close game, 2-point spread. So give me the under 45.5. Also, Jets being a home dog, you may not love this spot. I don't love it. I think it's going to be really competitive, but this could be a field goal game in either direction. So if I were to bet this, as far as sides go, I will forego the spread, and I would take Jets money line at plus 112 in a spot like this, because if they lose by a field goal, they're not covering, right? You know, if they lose by a field goal, they're not covering. I'd rather just play them to win, get the plus money at plus 112 and move on. And lastly, I got a little prop for you guys today. Now, I talked about the obvious concerns with Josh Allen when it comes to this passing attack and the secondary for the Jets. They're dominant. But I do like one over here because it's really low. Khalil Shakir is at 8.5 receiving yards. On DraftKings, like I said, if you're on as many books as possible, you'll always get the best odds. Like this same bet could be bad somewhere else because it's like minus 130. Then why the hell would you want that? Getting it at even money on DraftKings. The way I see it is this. No more Isaiah McKenzie. Now, Deontay Hardy and Khalil Shakir are, in some sense, battling for that wide receiver 3 spot, and I think they'll both get some opportunities. But at 8.5 receiving yards, I think there will be enough shots to get there. This could come on one 9-yard reception. I don't expect it to be a high-powered game on offense on either side, or a high-scoring game for that matter. But over at oddshopper.com, where we shop the lines for you, we have this as a plus EV bet right now. So I'm going to trust that, and also trust the instincts that there should be at least enough targets to get us over 8.5 for Shakir. So give me the under 45.5. If I had to, I'll go Jets money line at plus 112. Make sure to get the best odds there. And Khalil Shakir over 8.5 receiving yards. That's even money on DraftKings. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll catch you back here Thursday night for week 2, kicking it off. And I'll see you soon. Peace.